All right, the next section we are going to do is section 10.3. Now we are talking about area of circles. All right, now this one is where we get to introduce pi. We have to start using pi now to find the area of a circle. So the area of a circle is pi times r, and we have to square that. R equals radius. And the radius of a circle is where you take that center point and you measure from the center to the outside. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be there because it should be the same no matter where you measure it from. Okay, as long as it's from the center of the circle to the outside of the circle. That is your radius. Okay, so there are millions of radiuses. You just have to pick one. They should tell that to you. Okay, and pi, just for reference, equals 3.141592654. And it keeps going on forever. That's what's special about pi. All right, so here let's do an example. If I have a circle, okay, and it's telling me from the center of that to the outside is 4 inches. Okay, so we know that that's our radius. So I'm going to write my formula. Area of a circle is pi r squared. Area of a circle, line it up, you guys, equals, get your equals in line, pi times 4 inches squared. So our area of this circle is 16 pi. And now this is where it's really nice because that's all the farther I have to do. I'm not going to expect you to multiply 16 by 3.141592654. I'm just going to ask you to tell me that the area of this circle is 16 pi inches squared. Okay, so you don't have to multiply that together. You just have to tell me it's 16 pi inches squared. Okay, and that would be our area. Let's try another one. All right, now for this circle, it is telling us that from this side to this side, going through the middle, is 10 feet. Okay, so that's called our diameter. Whenever we go from one side of the circle, right here, we start up here, we went through the center down to the other side, that's called a diameter. And we don't have a formula for the diameter to find the area. We need to find what the radius is. So if the whole line is 10 feet, we would know that half of that line, r, would be 5 feet. Okay, so now let's write out our formula. Area of a circle is pi r squared. Okay, so area of a circle is pi times 5 squared. Okay, it's not 5 times 10 because 10 is our diameter because we're going from one side of the circle to the other side. We only want our radius, which is from the center to the outside. Okay, 5 squared is 25. Bring down our pi. So the area of a circle is 25 pi. Then we have to get our feet squared written in there. Okay, so that's all we have to do to find area of a circle. It's not too tricky. For right now anyways, it's not too tricky, so we should be able to figure this out. The only thing tricky is I'm looking at your assignment. Let's do one more here. I see for this is number 6 on your assignment. I'm not sure if I'm having you do evens or odds, but either way, you can look at this one. It shows something like this. Looks like this. It says the radius of this circle is 3 5/10 inches. Okay, and then it says from here to here is 10 inches. And these are both right angles. And this is 7 inches. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this up. I see that right here, this is half a circle. Okay, so what I would have to do is I would have to say it is the area of the circle, or half of the circle, is pi r squared. Okay, so the area of the circle is pi times 3 5/10 inches squared. Okay, so I have to do 3 5/10 times 3 5/10. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 3 is 15, 16, 17. Add my 0. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 more is 10. Okay, so I'd get a 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 1, bring it back 2. So I'd get 12 and 25/100ths pi square, or inches squared. Okay, so now what I need to do is divide that by 2, because I don't have a whole circle here, I just have half a circle. So I have to do 12 and 25/100ths divided by 2, so I'd get a 6. Bring down my 2, go in there one time. Bring down my 5, 2 would go into my 5 2 times. And it says round to the nearest square unit, so I'm going to keep it at about 6.12. Pi inches squared. Okay, so that's how much for our circle. Now I need to find the rest of our shape, which right here is a rectangle, so I have to do 10 times 7. So it would be the area of my rectangle is 70 inches squared. Okay, so remember though, pi is about 3. So let's do 6 times 3, I'd get about 18. Okay, 6 times 3 is about 18, so I'm going to add my 18 inches. So I would get my 8, so I'd say it'd be about 88 inches squared. And the book tells me 89. I'm happy with 88 though, okay? So 88 is pretty darn close. All I had to do was I had to multiply my 6 times my pi. Remember, pi is 3 and 1.14159. I don't remember the rest. I just remember out to the 9. Okay, so that's about 3. So I just did 6 times 3 to get my 18 right here. Add them together because I have to add the half circle plus the rectangle to get my complete area. Area of the rectangle is about 88, of the figure, is about 88 inches squared. All right, so whenever you get ones like that, you just have to figure out it's half of a circle, so I have to divide it by 2. And again, they want you to just round or estimate, so it doesn't have to be exactly right. It doesn't have to be exactly right on there. Okay, so just give a shot at the rest of them. If you do need any help, please come in. And the approximate area to the nearest square unit. Okay, so on numbers 1 through 3, they want you to give the exact area, which is this. This would be exact. And then they want to give you an estimate or an approximate area. So that's where you would take 25 times 3. I'd get a 15, 675. So I'd say it's approximately 75 feet squared for this one. Okay, so if approximate means they just want you to multiply this by 3, and exact is when you're using pi in your answer. Okay, so that's what they're talking about when they say use an approximate area. That would be this one, multiplying it by 3, whereas here it'd be exact 25 pi. Okay, hopefully I got everything in there this time. I'm trying to be a little more prepared here. Thank you for watching, and I really do want you to come in and ask questions if there are any that you have. Thanks for watching.